2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, Hargrove. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Hargrove. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. He's to the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on second down, Hargrove. Now flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. But now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Hargrove flush to his right. And Rudolph has it to tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
But after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
After the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Shotgun now from Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic can get you scored on again.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Hargrove. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It'll be intercepted. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Quarterback, his pass complete to Nick Chubb.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The score, Vikings 3, Desperados 0.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Brought him down. A gain of a yard.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Murray on third down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Murray to air it out again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Boston, first down.
From the gun, Murray eluding the pressure right. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
9-yard line.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Looking to throw on second down. Hargrove, flush to his right. He's got it wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
On the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hargrove flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
To throw on 3rd down. Hargrove looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Setting up the screen for Cook. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
4-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go on?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
For Minnesota.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you know.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to come. Jim Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0.
Makes the score Vikings 10. Desperados 0. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And that will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hargrove. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Gladney, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
To throw on 2nd down. Hargrove eluding the pressure right. He's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Hargrove is going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st down, Austin.
Operating from the gun. Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Smith, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Murray escaping the pressure right. And now here's another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Well, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
On second down, a run with Lindsey.
27-yard
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
on the carry.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try to draw Lindsey, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Dan Bailey for the Viking field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hargrove. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the gun, Hargrove. And that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Off the play fake. Hargrove, flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing again. Murray flushed out right. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And now here's another interception. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Murray now on first down. Oh, look at that. A diving catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And an Austin first down.
Throwing now is Murray. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, they'll throw with Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty blue. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Minnesota, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.